It's no secret that I absolutely love MagSafe, and have been really making an effort to try out all the different accessories out there. And what I really actually did want to try out for the longest time but haven't have been a wallet case, or one of the magnetic wallets that a lot of people seem to be using now with their iPhones. Now, I personally like the older style of wallet. I like to keep cash on me. I have a bunch of cards I like to keep in there, and I keep my receipts, a lot of things in there. So I usually just end up keeping a normal, more traditional wallet, but I know that a lot of people love these, so I just want to give them a shot. You know, I got a bunch of dummy cards here as well that I'm going to try to put in to these and just see, what the capacity is like and what they look like, and give you guys a comparison of what I think of the 3 Spigen ones that I could find. This is the Rugged Armor wallet, this is the Valentinus wallet, and this is the one I'm really interested about. This is the, I forgot the exact name, hang on, let me look at it. It's got the it's got a stand built into it, so that's a very interesting one. So let me go ahead and start off with the Rugged Armor. Let's open it up, pull it out. Let me give you guys a closer look at it. It's not that heavy, but it definitely feels pretty solid. Like, the back is a hard plastic, and the front is a little bit more of a silicone-ish. It says it's a dual card storage, so only 2 cards. That's interesting. Okay, let me go ahead and put this on my phone and let's see what it feels like. So it gets on there. It doesn't really move, so that's a good thing. Like, I'm putting a decent amount of pressure on it, and it finally moved. So that was a lot more than you'd expect in real life to really be a problem. So let's see, dual card storage. And then, is there any storage in the back? Is that it? Let me see. It seems to be it. Dual card in the front, and then there seems to be a hollow space in the back. So I'm wondering if that is just for those cards, or no, that's just to pull it out. Okay, let's see. It says it's a 2-card holder, but let me try a thinner card. So my library card's a pretty thin card. Let's go ahead and put the Sam's Club card in, and it's already starting to feel tight. And by the way, it won't fall out of the bottom, even though it looks exposed. These edges are catching onto the card. And then let me try to put in a credit card as well and see what happens. So yeah, that's not happening. Like, 2 cards, it is not kidding when it says 2 cards. Like, I have a thin card in there, and even that is just like too much. Let's see. Let's put in these 2. So you can probably get away with 1 credit card and 1 ID. That's about it. And if you want the one from the bottom, you just kind of push like this, or there is a little cutout here as well, so you can push it like that and bring them out. So I do like the concept, but the fact that I can only keep 2 cards on me is a little bit annoying, because, as I said, I have a couple of them, and I like to use different ones at different stores for different cashbacks or promotions or whatever it may be. So this is what it looks like. Overall, I think that in the case, it looks pretty good. This is what it like. It doesn't move around too much. Oh, well, I say that, but yeah. Let me just go ahead and try to push it upwards and downwards, kind of like emulating the motion of pulling it in and out of the pocket. And so the only thing I'm really noticing is that if you have it downwards and you pull it up, you might notice the cards go up a little bit, but not enough to actually pull it out. It'll go right back in. So overall, I do like this. So how easy is it to pull it out and pull it back in? Not bad. Okay. And then, of course, the benefit of this is that when you don't need it, you can just leave it to the side. When you're going out, you can go ahead and just clamp this back on there, and it'll stay there. So that's interesting. All right, let me try out another case and see if they all have the same kind of 2-card limit, because that's not a fun thing. I really wish that it was more. So even this is, okay. Both of them do say 2-card limit. That's unfortunate. I wonder if there's a little bit more leeway, though, for jamming a 3rd card in. I'm gonna save this one for last. Let me look at the Valentinus. So Valentinus right here. Open this up. Pull it out of here. So the material on this is way more leather. I mean, it is leather. What I mean, way more leather. And it doesn't feel as rigid as this one did. So this definitely is way more rigid. Like, it has hard plastic right here that this one... And as I'm looking at the design of this case, they easily could have incorporated it so that you could fit 3 or 4 cards, but they didn't, because just look at the amount of space in there that's hollow. This is all hard plastic. Like, they could have thinned this out, and it could have accommodated more cards. This is a leather-ish finish. The back is a felt, and the front is a leather. I believe Spigen uses vegan leather, so this isn't like real leather, but here's what it looks like on the back of my phone. The texture is definitely very similar. I am noticing though that the magnet on this is not as strong as it was on the first one, so that's interesting. Because like I'm able to like gently, not gently, but like much less pressure on the side of this case, and the wallet goes flying out a little bit. So the magnet's not as strong as the rugged armor. So let me go ahead and try to put these cards in, and I'm going to start with the first two, the same two that I did on the other one. My library card, and then my Sam's Club card. And then let's go ahead and try to put in a third one and see if this one has more leeway. And it absolutely does. So you can do 3 cards in this. It is a tight fit, but at least it fits, unlike the rugged armor, which was strictly 2 cards. So let me go ahead and pull this out. So that is with 1 thin card. So I wonder what happens if I go full-size card for all 3. Let's just try to put them all in together and see what happens. So it is a super tight fit, and it's almost not going in, but it did go in. So I think that even though this has a recommended of 3, it's fine. I think you can get away with, a recommended of 2, you can get away with 3. But I am noticing that this one just does not have the same magnetic power. So that's a little bit more sketchy, especially when you pull it in and out of your pocket. I feel like it could just, get kicked off, and I'm not feeling this case, I'll be honest. This leather case, because like I'm trying to push the cards out, and it's just pushing the entire thing off. So I probably have to go from the back instead, which just first of all, 3 is definitely a stretch, so I'm pushing it here a little bit for the case, but still, even with 2, let's just try that. There's not enough. It's just trying to push the card out. It's pretty much pushing the wallet off the magnet. So the Valentinus, it looks good, but the magnets are not there, sadly. So let me go ahead, put this off to the side, and let's look at the one I'm most interested about, and that is this one. And I am going to try to find the name of this real quick. So I looked up the name. This is called the SmartFold wallet. And it's called SmartFold because, as I said, it has that folding stand, almost like an iPad case. If you've seen those, they tri-fold at the back. So this one is definitely the heaviest of the 3. But one thing, first off, it covers the front, so it doesn't look like it's a wallet. Just a little bit less notorious in that case. And the wallet function is right here. You can see there's 2 little pockets. And the case itself kind of folds like this. Like this. I'm trying to find the magnet here, wherever it is. There isn't a magnet, okay, that latches on. So you kind of just tuck it under, and then you have your stand. That's interesting. I would have expected there to be a magnet, like there is on every other trifold case. Just trying to flip it around and see if I'm missing something. Not really. You just kind of tuck it in, and that's how it works. Okay, let me go ahead and put this on the back of the phone and show you guys what that looks like. So right off the bat, the magnets on this are better than the Valentinus was, but still not as strong as the tough armor or rough armor was. The rugged armor, was. The rugged armor definitely had the best magnets of the bunch. This one, not bad, but not the greatest. It still, I feel like, moves around just a little bit too much. But let's try out number 1, putting cards in. So I wonder if I could get away with 3 cards on this as well. Let me go ahead and try that. Let me try the library card first and see how that goes. So even with a library card, that is a tight fit. That's like super tight. I wonder if these get a little bit easier over time, but damn, that just pretty much fell right out of the case for me. So it's something I'm noticing is that pulling it out is going to be a lot easier just because it's so much more open here. Just like pulling these out, the cards out, is so much easier. Like putting it in is also pretty easy, but pulling it out is definitely way easier on these than it was on the other 2. So yeah, you're gonna get 2 at most. You're not really gonna be able to get more than 2 on this. As I said, I do like the fact that it's covered up, but I just noticed that the top part doesn't, because obviously there's plastic cards here now, so the top part is no longer magnetic. It's just the bottom magnet holding this on. So the first 2 flaps are kind of just free to go about. You shouldn't notice it. It's not like falling down or anything like when I have it upside down, but still that's not as it's a little bit disappointing. But let's try out the stand feature and let's see how that works. So I'm tucking the case right there, and this is the angle I get. That's a pretty actually good angle, but I was just about to test that and it did it itself. It does tip over very easily. So it's just, with how much mass the iPhone 13 Pro Max has, it's bound to like tip over like that. Let me try the other way around and see if when I have the thing like that. Nope, it doesn't really matter which way you go. It just seems to not be able to do it. So it's a very rudimentary stand. Honestly, I would not probably use this because it just tips over. But let's see the side. So that is something you can use it for. So at least on the side, it's quite sturdy. So if you're viewing sideways, you do get a stand on here, and you get your wallet as well. You don't have to choose between one or the other. The thing, however, is it definitely won't stand up like this. I thought this would be the primary position you could use it in, but it doesn't. Because the thing is, even with this angle you do get, it's very upfront, it's very straight. So if you're trying to watch a video or something, you want a little bit more angle to it, especially if you're sitting on a table and looking downward. So of all these three cases, I didn't even try a third card with this. I'm going to try, but I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it's a tight fit. And when you pull it out, both of them do come out at once. So you can get away with 3 on this, but I would not recommend it. I would probably stick to 2 on all of them except the Valentinus, which was a lot more comfortable with taking on more than 2 cards. So that is the 3 Spigen wallet cases. Which one would I recommend if you're looking for a wallet case? Probably not the Valentinus, just because of the magnets. So you're stuck with these 2 options. And out of these 2, I think this one is the strongest. It's the one that's going to have the most magnetic hold. It definitely feels just more rugged. But the problem it comes with is that you have a hard limit of 2 cards. So if you're only going to be keeping 1 ID and 1 credit card on you or debit card on you, you should be fine with this. But any more and you're pretty much done. There's no clips for cash or anything else either, so you can pretty much forget about that. This is a little bit more flexible in a way. You get more options with this, but at the same time, it still just is not exactly the way I was expecting it to be, given that even though this does have magnets at the top, just because when you put that card in, the magnets don't latch on, so that's annoying. But the other thing is just the stand wasn't up to the par as I was hoping it to be, but it's still a good combo. So I think that my point of view here was that this isn't a good stand or a great wallet, but it's a good combo of both of them. So if you're looking for a combo of both of them, this might be your ticket. But if you're just looking for a good wallet case, I would recommend the Spigen Rugged Armor. And if you guys are interested in checking out any of these cases or even the Apple original one, I'll have them linked all down in the description below. Go check those out. Whenever you click those links, guys, it really helps the channel, and I always appreciate it when you guys do. So thank you so much for doing that. And if you have any more questions about these 3 cases, feel free to ask me down in the comments below, and let me know what wallet case you use with your MagSafe phone if you do have one. I'm very interested to see what else people use. And if you have any of the Spigen ones, tell me what your experience has been like. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow me on social media. I'll have all the handles right here on the screen, and of course linked down in the description as well. Go check me out over there. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more iPhone and accessory content. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.